What's up guys, it's Kosh and welcome to the Riftbreaker. Today we will talk about Orbital Scanner, how to properly use it and what all this thing means. So basically Orbital Scanner will allow you to get additional areas for you to explore other than your basic locations that are governed by your progression, by the mission progress. You don't really need it all the time, but it's really effective to set up some mining bases later on in the game, especially when you start to mine out your basic areas, or if you want to set up something like farming area, because you can focus on specific biome. On the left you can select different biomes that will govern the resources that you will get over there based on the resources you can see at the bottom. Pretty easy to guess. And usually like the one that you want for the farms is acidic plains, because you can grow everything over there. You can use radioactive desert for solar panels because sun there is very strong, so you can get a lot of really cheap energy over there. Tropical zone is your basic biome that you get early into the game, so you can get quite a lot of water over there. You have to filter it, but still that's a good source of water. And there is volcanic area that is pretty dangerous and hard to build in, but it's a good source of titanium that you need to mine, or maybe if you need lava for some, I don't know, I don't really like it that much. So we will look for acidic plains because I'm trying to build a farming colony right here. And on the right you can get different mission types: resource harvest or exploration. I'm not sure what's the exact difference between those, but I think it's modifiers for the scans. So when you get the resource harvest, you will get less bio anomalies and underground deposits, but you will get more resources. So as we scan, you can see that we don't get those really high, but the bottom ones are way higher, so we can get more stuff to mine. At the same time, if you go for exploration, you get way higher bio anomalies and underground deposit scale, but less resources. As you can see, this one is almost empty. And it's always like that, so you don't get that much stuff to mine over there. Now, map size, it's random, and the bigger it is, the better, usually for whatever reason you go. And their threat is how many enemies, how big the waves are, and how dangerous they are. That's pretty obvious. Terrain type, we'll talk about those right now. There are three options. First one is dense. Let's go into it so you can take a look. So with the dense area, you have a lot of ground coverage, but you have a lot of rocks and everything. That will help sort of better defense from the enemies, because you can wall off narrow passageways, but it won't allow you to have a lot of space to farm if you want to farm, or build up your base, because the building area will be more limited because of that. Basically, you can see the whole biome like that by zooming out if you have the zoom mod that I use, or if you use the right commands. I guess you guys are interested what commands are. You press tilde to open the console, then you type fog. It will be disable fog 1. So that will disable the fog, you need it for the zoom. And another one is zoom camera enable zoom, I'm sorry, 1 as well. And that will allow you to zoom out, because if you don't disable the fog, when you zoom out it will be all foggy, you won't see a thing. But that's a bit cheaty, but it allows you to build the base easier and scout the area faster. You can also use the scanner and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see how this biome is. It's pretty okay-ish balanced, but not really good for the base building. Although I think this is the best one for farming the resource and mining stuff, because you can create a small mining outpost, wall off, like close the gaps, and you're good to go. Next one is lakes. This is kind of similar to the previous one, but instead you will get a lot of water on the area. This is a lake biome, and as you can see, we have a lot of small lakes all around the place, which can be used to get the liquids. Depending on the area, it will be either lava or what we have here, smudge. I think it's smudge in the green biome, or in the forest biome, in the jungle biome, you can get the dirt. You can't really get the water, I think. I never encountered it myself, but I think this is mostly useful for the tropical biome, so you can get a lot of water and transport it to other biomes via the, I forgot the name of the technology, but that will allow you to basically transport liquids around. And the third one is open biome terrain type, which is the best one for base building. So if we can take a look at the open biome, we can see that there is way more empty space, open space. That's why it's called open, I guess. And you can utilize it for your own needs, like base building, growing plants, and well, up to you basically. So I wanted to wait till the daytime so you can actually see how much open space you have here, how big it is, and you will still get the same stuff like lakes, rocks, and everything, but the amount of those will be lower. And what I advise when you just get to the new biome is to scout around, go through the borders to see how you can protect it from the enemies, to plan your construction over here and see where resources are. Just roam around, and then you can plan ahead what you want to do with that. So like, for example, right now I want to build a base to grow all the resources that are available in the game, and this map is perfect. I can wall off from the south if I need to, or just build this area for growing. I can get all those sludge pools to get water and grow here, and like, it's really good for my purpose. So after quick exploration, you know where to build what. Instead of building in the middle where you spawned, you know which areas can be used for what. So that's actually a really good practice. By the way, if you want to check out the video how to grow all the resources in the game, that's what I'm working on right now. Check out the video description for the playlist. You can see it over there. Will help you to get everything you need passively without exploring anymore, and you can enjoy the game afterwards. Very important notice: if you found the biome that you like, that you want to keep, make sure to build the outpost over here. Otherwise, if you will leave it, you will have nowhere to come back. So if the outpost is finished and it's safe, you will be able to come back to this area anytime and continue building. When you leave the area, when you are moving to another biome, another map, everything in this map will freeze. The enemies will not attack, the time won't change. The only difference is your mines that are set up will keep mining, so they will exhaust their resource deposits. Other than that, everything else will get frozen, so no attacks, no anything. If you have excessive power at that time, you will be good. So sometimes it's better to live during the day because you can use solar panels to power up your base and that kind of stuff. So yeah, now we have this resource harvest acidic plains 4, which we can rename to acid growth base, something like that. So we know what it is right now. Exploring other areas also will award you with fun encounters like this one. Crazy enemy, powerful base. I never did that before, so I'm a bit struggling even with my high tier weaponry. Wow. And this is basically like fighting a wave. The enemies here are so strong. And there we go, the nest is destroyed. Almost. And we get loads of awesome loot. Sweet. And you keep looking for new locations afterwards in order to find something that you need, something that you like. And personally, I think in exploration mission types, since you get the higher chance of getting like bio anomalies, you can encounter some cool events that are not available in other game modes. Because I found one in the acidic plains while I was exploring before, so it will be like in a minute. And yeah, if you're looking for fun, go for exploration. If you want to build a base, obviously resource harvest. Less enemies, less threat, more resources that you can mine, and sort of better conditions for your overall base. So yeah, once again, acidic plains for growing stuff, because this area can grow anything. Radioactive desert for mostly solar panels, a really nice place to get them. Tropical zone for the water, and volcanic area, I have no idea why it's here. So yeah, early on you can use orbital scanner to go on adventure to get new loot, because if you go on exploration, you can do those bio anomalies or underground deposits, and when you mine those, you will also have a chance of getting the drop, which is really cool because they have additional stats. Basically, those weapons are better than you can craft, and this is the best way to get that. Or if you just need extra resources, you can go mine them really fast. And usually those areas are lower threat, or you can keep scanning until you get lower threat area like this one, and you can mine whatever you want over there. Unlike the normal mining outposts where you will get highest threat available. So actually, once you unlock all the mining outposts, it's better to mine resources in the new locations, because threat will be lower, it will be easier to defend. But yeah, the best way is still to grow resources, which we will do in the next video. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment to promote the video in YouTube algorithm, and see you in the next one. It's been Kosh. Thank you very much for watching. Check out the playlist for the rest of the videos and the playthrough, and see you in the next one. Bye.